What's up guys? My name is Vicki Fischer. If it's your first time here, welcome. I am a yoga teacher with 500 hours of training. I've just started sharing free videos on YouTube. So if you're keen, you could always subscribe, turn on notifications, and then you'll be up to date with future videos. But for today, and probably why you are here, I will be taking you through a yoga flow to work on hunched shoulders. So really opening the shoulders, strengthening the muscles to keep yourself in a more open, better posture. But just before we start, I'd like to touch on some of the possible causes of hunched shoulders, because doing a yoga practice alone will not necessarily cure it. So some things that might be causing the hunched shoulders is poor nutrition. And this can be caused by a number of things. It could be caused by actually not eating enough for the amount of exercise that you are doing. This is very common in people who are doing endurance sports. Another reason that you might be a little bit malnourished is maybe you're in the postpartum period, like you've just given birth, your body is a little bit depleted of its nutrient stores, so you might be noticing that your shoulders are a little bit hunched. And then another cause of poor nutrition could be that you have some sort of gut issue. So maybe IBS or something that's causing you to not absorb nutrients properly. Besides nutrition, on an emotional level, if from childhood you've always been the type of person who's carried a lot of weight on your shoulders, this causes you to close your heart space. And then lastly, something that might cause it is grief. And this one is something that for me, 4 years ago, I was experiencing hunched shoulders, and this was my main cause of it. I lost my father and I went into shock, and then I went into a very deep grieving process where my body stopped processing nutrients in the correct way. And as a result of this, my shoulders became very hunched. So for me, the thing that helped was really processing that grief. I had to speak to a trauma counselor, and then also just, nourishing myself well, doing these types of exercises and working on myself as an overall human being, spiritual, emotional, physical. Okay, so long story short, today I will be taking you guys through, it won't be a long practice, but it will really be focusing on two aspects. We will alternate between poses that open the shoulders and poses that strengthen the shoulders to keep them in that position. So today we will start in child's pose. And as always, we will take a moment to ground and just come into the present moment, because that's the whole point of yoga, and it's not, Pilates. So taking the knees as wide as the mat, sitting your bum onto your heels, beginning to walk the hands forward and bringing your forehead onto the mat. Allowing the hips to sink down, crawling the fingers as far forward as you can, and then allowing the shoulders to begin to sink towards the mat. Taking a deep inhale and exhale. Another deep inhale and exhale. Releasing the breath, allowing it to become natural, and just feeling the connection of your head to the ground. Taking your head from side to side, giving your forehead a massage, bringing some fresh energy into your head space.
And without opening the eyes, just taking your fingertips, walking them over towards the right side, placing your left hand over the right, interlacing the fingers and drawing the hands away from you as you place the forehead down, and sitting your left sitting bone down onto the heel. Stretching the left shoulder and the left side of the body. Keep breathing. And coming back through the center, walking the fingers through, keeping the eyes closed. Taking the hands to the left side, right hand over left, and stretching the right shoulder open and the whole right side of the body. And walking fingers back to center. Crawling up, coming onto all fours, spreading the fingers out, bringing wrists underneath the shoulders, tucking the toes and bringing your knees underneath the hips. With a deep inhale, dropping your belly down, drawing the chest and shoulders open, lifting the chin. And exhale, untuck the toes, push the ground away, rounding up, dropping head down. Inhale, tucking toes, opening the chest. Exhale, untucking toes, pushing ground away. Keep going with your own breath. Trying to make one full breath cycle with each movement. Closing your eyes as you move. Really focus on moving through your upper back. Imagine you're opening each vertebra with the breath. And doing one more deep round. And bringing your spine to neutral. Stepping the right toes back onto the ball of the foot, sucking the belly in. Taking your left fingers forward, spreading the fingers wide and reaching forward as much as you can. Sucking the belly in. And lift your right foot off the ground, creating a long straight line through the body. Finding your balance, lifting fingers forward, lifting heel back, taking a deep inhale, and with your exhale rounding up, taking elbow to knee, crunching. Inhale, stretching out again. Exhale, rounding and crunching in. Inhale, stretching out, 3 more. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, stretching out. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, stretching out. Exhale, crunch. Last time. Inhale, stretching out, belly in. And dropping down. Coming back into a child's pose with the knees together. Fingers walk forward. Forehead to the mat. Just taking a moment to release. And coming back up onto all fours, preparing to repeat on the other side. Stepping back onto the left toes, bringing the weight into your left hand and stretching right fingers forward. Lower belly in. Inhale and exhale, lifting up the back foot. Once again, imagine someone is drawing your hand forward and your heel back. Deep inhale here. And let's go. Let's crunch in, round up, elbow to knee. Inhale, stretching out. Exhale, crunching in. 3 more. Inhale, stretching out. Exhale, crunching in. Inhale out. Exhale in. Last one. Inhale out. Exhale, crunching and rounding. Inhale out, holding here. And exhale, dropping down. This time coming into puppy pose. So keeping your hips high above the knees, walking your hands forward, and then sinking your chest down to the mat, bringing the forehead down. Releasing. Allowing the shoulders and chest to sink towards the mat, softening the shoulders. Trying to make the shoulders really heavy here. And if you'd like to change the stretch up a little bit, bringing your hands into prayer position and then taking them up and back above the head. Allowing your shoulders to drop towards the mat. If you want to take it even deeper, you can come onto the chin here. And beginning to come back up with control onto all fours. And we'll do a few chaturanga push-ups to strengthen the shoulders and the triceps. Okay, so spreading your fingers wide, taking your hands slightly wider than shoulder distance, untucking your toes, shifting the weight forward just a little bit in front of the knees, opening the chest, belly sucks up and in, and we will lower to the mat, but keeping the elbows close, allowing your elbows to brush against the ribs. Okay, inhale here, exhale, lowering chest to the ground, belly stays up and in, and pushing up. Inhale, lower, exhale, pushing up. Inhale, lower, exhale, pushing up. 2 more. Inhale, lower, exhale, pushing up. 1 more. Inhale, lower, exhale, pushing up. Coming back, knees together, child's pose. Forehead down. Okay, we will repeat this 2 more times, as this is a really important practice. Coming up onto all fours, preparing for 5 reps. Spreading fingers wide, weight shifts in front of the knees. Okay, let's go. Inhale, belly in as you lower chest. Exhale up. Inhale, lowering the chest. Exhale up. Inhale, lower. 3 more. Exhale up. Inhale, 2 more. 1 more. Exhale up. Child's pose, knees together. Breathing. And last one. Dig deep. You've got the strength within you. Okay, spreading fingers wide, weight comes forward, belly in. Inhale, lower. 4 more. 3, 2, and last one. Okay, this time coming all the way through onto the belly. Hands come back, resting on your cheek. Just allow the shoulders to be super heavy, hanging down towards the mat. Okay, moving on. Coming up onto your forearms, bringing the elbows as close to the ribs as you can. Forearms parallel, fingers spread wide. This is known as Sphinx pose. So spreading the fingers out, drawing the mat towards your ribs. And this will allow your shoulder blades to open back and down towards each other. Keeping the lower belly a little bit engaged up and in, and opening a little bit more shoulder blades back and down. Keep breathing. Coming through to the belly, taking a moment to rest again on the cheek, hands back, palms facing down. Okay, now we're going to go into some spine strengthening poses. So first we'll come into a locust pose, bringing your chin forward onto the mat. So you're looking forward, palms facing down and pushing into the mat, tops of the feet pushing into the mat. Taking a deep inhale. And with your exhale, hands push into the mat, feet push into the mat as you lift the shoulders and chest up and back. Sucking the belly in to protect the lower back and releasing down. We'll do 2 more. Taking a deep inhale to prepare. And exhale, lifting up and back. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Lowering down. Inhale for the last one. And exhale, opening the shoulders and chest back for 3, 2, 1. Lowering down. Okay, now we'll take it a little bit more intense. So we'll come into the full locust. That was half locust. So now we will lift the feet up as well as the chest. So taking a deep inhale to prepare. Exhale, lifting the toes and feet up and back, and then the chest up and back, hands still pressing into the mat. Belly in for 3, 2, 1. Dropping down with control. Taking a deep inhale, 2 more reps. And exhale, lifting feet up and back, chest up and back, hands pressed down for 3, 2, 1. Dropping down, preparing for the last round. Inhale here. And exhale, pressing into the mat as you lift the feet and chest. And dropping down. Okay, last one, I promise. Make sure you have space in front of you. Taking the hands forward, palms, fingers spread, palms facing each other. This time, as you can imagine, we will do a Superman, so lifting the hands up and forward and the feet up and back. So looking forward, preparing, taking a deep inhale here. And exhale, lifting the hands up, feet up, holding for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down. Preparing for a second round. Taking a deep inhale, looking forward. And exhale, lifting up. This time dropping opposite hand and opposite foot. And alternating between the two, keeping up. Lower belly sucks in, lifting through the chest, dropping hand, dropping foot, alternating. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down. We've got one last round, I promise, okay? Palms facing each other, looking forward. Deep inhale to prepare. And exhale, lifting up. This time, making your arms into a cactus. Lifting up through the chest. And then dropping the chest down, keeping the feet up. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale, taking the hands back, palms facing down, lifting through the chest. And exhale, dropping down, resting the cheek on the ground. I know it's tough, but if you really want to heal your shoulders, this is a great practice to do. Maybe 3 times a week in conjunction with whatever else you need to do to heal your specific situation. Okay, now we'll do a really nice relaxing pose just to release the inside of the shoulders. So taking your right hand out to the side in line with the shoulder, fingers spread, palm facing down. Left hand comes in just next to your face and begin to roll onto the inside of the right shoulder. Making sure it feels good, finding that sweet spot. And maybe taking the left leg, your top leg up, bending the knee, placing the sole of the foot flat on the mat behind you. Coming into a deep, juicy inner shoulder release. And we'll spend a little bit of time here, so just relax. And beginning to release, just gently rolling out onto the belly again, switching straight to the other side. Taking your left hand out, fingers spread, and rolling onto the inner left shoulder. Once again, playing around with the angle of your back hand here until you find a really good sweet spot. And if you'd like to, bending your top leg, the same as the other side. Okay. And rolling out with control, slowly back onto the belly, bringing yourself to the center, sucking the belly in as you push up and back, coming back into a child's pose, knees together, forehead to the ground. Then releasing your child's pose, coming up onto all fours and simply crawling through, coming to seated. Extending the legs out, and we'll do Dandasana or staff pose. So this is really good for a lot of people. Just sitting like this is really difficult. So Dandasana seems simple, but it's a really powerful pose for the spine and the posture. So if it is too difficult for you to have straight knees pressing into the ground, you can bend the knees a little. But wherever you are, make sure that you're pushing your heels away from you, flexing through the feet, toes are facing the sky. Okay, if you're able to press the backs of the knees into the mat, spreading the fingers, placing the hands next to the hips, pressing strongly through the hands so that you almost, not really, but you kind of lift the weight off your sitting bones, sucking the lower belly up and in, lifting the chest, opening the shoulders back, and then tucking the chin slightly. All the while, keep pressing the heels away from you and holding. Keep breathing for 5, 4, deep breaths, 3, 2, and 1. Coming into Paschimottanasana or forward fold. If you're very tight in the hamstrings, you can bend the knees, taking the arms under, grabbing opposite elbows, and then pushing the heels away from you. If you don't need that and you'd like to go deeper, once again keeping the feet flexed to the sky, reaching forward, grabbing either your ankles or your big toes, and then starting to take the chest forward. With this one, we really want to keep the chest open here. Sometimes in your Paschimottanasana, we round down, but for this practice, we want to practice sucking the belly in, pushing the hips back, and opening the chest forward. Finding your edge, and really trying not to round. So using the strength of the arms, breathing, making it more of a surrender to gravity rather than a fight with your body. And slowly releasing, rolling all the way back up to seated. And from here, just coming into a comfortable seated position as we'll finish off our practice here. Crossing the legs, maybe taking half lotus like me. This is my favorite pose to end the class. Wherever you are, just bringing the hands onto the knees for a moment, sitting tall through the spine. Closing the eyes. And trying to make your breath as slow and as quiet as possible. And releasing the breath, allowing the breath to be completely natural. Enjoying this moment of presence in your body. And just taking a moment to extend compassion to your body for everything that it's going through.
for this healing journey that you've started. Maybe you'd like to express gratitude to your body for everything it has allowed you to do and accomplish in your life. And maybe you'd even like to ask your body for forgiveness today. Forgiveness for the judgment that you've placed on it. Just say to your body, I'm sorry. I love you. Please forgive me. And beginning to lightly blink the eyes open. Just taking the hands into your heart. Taking a moment to finish off the practice. Thanking yourself for showing up, for doing this hard work, and taking a little bow forward. Just ending off this practice in gratitude. And coming back up. Namaste. I'm really glad that you tried out this class, that you put this effort in for yourself. And as I said during the class, it is ideal to do this about, 3 times a week during your healing process. So I highly recommend that. And also, as I said at the beginning, whatever your cause is that you think is causing this issue, to consult professionals within that area while you are doing this yoga practice. So yeah, I'd love to hear from you. Please subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications for future videos, and until next time, namaste. Lots of love.